live the good life in Madison, Mississippi. We, as a community, created and built something wonderful and extraordinary in Mississippi. Look around. There's nothing like Madison.
When you think of Mississippi, you don't think of wealth and a high standard of living. Yet in Madison, the state's richest city, that's exactly what you get.
We wanted water, we wanted safe, we wanted a Christian society, we wanted a red state, and no crime. So we Googled all around, and this was it. This is white flight.
We haven't found another place that we would rather live in than here.
Or the Walmart, it's not like any other Walmart.
We don't have apartments. She doesn't like apartments.
No apartments.
Only single-family homes.
Only single-family homes.
I think we're a very open community, that we're very tolerant.
If you want to see the pinnacle of wealth in America's poorest state, come with us to Madison, Mississippi. To understand Madison, we have to start here, Jackson, America's poorest and most violent state capital.
Jackson used to be good, bro. Jackson used to be straight. I mean, this shit now watered down, washed up, and yeah, all these abandoned houses and shit don't want to let motherfuckers get them. You gotta watch your homeboy. You gotta watch everybody in Jackson. I don't even trust myself.
You know how many homicides that Jackson got, they ain't solved? Bro, they solved the one that they want to solve. I know motherfucker got 100 murders and ain't never been in jail in their life.
The streets never stop moving. You can come at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can be standing outside, just woke up, can't sleep, you're hearing gunshots, on any day.
Madison is just 15 miles north, but a world away. To get there, you drive north from downtown through crime-ridden hoods, abandoned buildings, and crumbling schools. Eventually, though, the highway drops you off here. First thing you notice in Madison is that everything looks decent. So behind us is one of the nicest Walmarts in the entire world. And that's because everything in Madison, Mississippi has to fit the same aesthetic. The reason we learn is because of the mayor who's been in office since 1981.
We have a great mayor, Mayor Mary. I don't know if you've heard of Mayor Mary.
I know she's been the mayor for a long time.
You know, she's a friend of mine and was real close with my former husband who passed away about 10 years ago. And she just keeps it. She keeps it close, she keeps it neat, she keeps it safe. I can't say enough good things about her.
I'm Mary Hawkins Butler, and I have been the mayor of Madison for over 40 years. We're a community about families and businesses and dreaming big and knowing that we can achieve what we set our minds to. Look around. There's nothing like Madison.
The mayor has put aesthetics at the center of Madison. Buildings are required to have columns, porches, and brick exteriors. And look at the CVS right here. And the community is intent on keeping Madison beautiful.
We're one of over 100 people in our garden club. I don't know, it was 108 or something like that.
So what we do is we raise funds by selling daffodils. We've got many projects that we work on. This is one of them. This is a newer project. This is called the Red Caboose.
But we're going to be planting a lot of perennials and annuals in the spring, and it's going to be red, white, and blue to go along with the 250th anniversary of America.
The population of Madison is growing like crazy.
Yeah, it's like 25 or 30,000 or something,
because it's so safe. It's wonderful.
And our schools are we have really good schools. We have really good private schools and really good public schools too.
And there's been so much white flight. I shouldn't just say white, it's not just white, but middle class flight from Jackson because it's been poorly run over the last.
I think we have a pretty high per capita income too, don't we?
Yeah, I think it is the highest
for the state.
What kind of work do people do around here? How do people make their money?
Big medical. We've got how many hospitals?
Amazon, Nissan.
Nissan, right. They just moved in.
There's an Amazon office here?
Yes.
Center, and then there's Mississippi College and Belhaven and Millsaps. These are all colleges, and Jackson State. Most of the people that are there live out here, live in Ridgeland or Madison. They don't live in Jackson.
Now, what she said essentially explains Madison's rise. In 1970, it was a rural community of 2,000 people, while Jackson was a growing city with 200,000. But crack and corruption devastated Jackson, which has seen one official after another charged or convicted with corruption. As the city deteriorated, its residents fled, many to Madison. Today, Jackson is the murder capital of America.
You in Jackson, Mississippi. That means something. Jackson means Jack, some, and Mississippi means murder capital.
If you want to be rich, go get you a funeral home. Because I hate to say it, but there's more bodies dropping than anything.
Since 1980, Madison's population has increased tenfold to almost 30,000. And in that time, it's only had one mayor.
She rules with an iron hand.
Like if it's a McDonald's, it doesn't look like a McDonald's because she makes them change the facade of the building and you don't even really know what you're looking at most of the time.
Yeah, or the Walmart, it's not like any other Walmart.
We don't have apartments. She doesn't like apartments.
No apartments. No apartments.
Only single-family homes.
Only single-family homes. Only.
It's a mayor. You could attribute a lot of
the developers
success
don't like
to
her
that.
necessarily all the time because she's very strict on what comes in.
We had a place, Lake Caroline, which is a beautiful place in Madison, but it's outside, it's unincorporated. And we bought a house out there, and we're just enjoying retirement. And I volunteered to be on this garden club, and the girls are fantastic. The weather is great. There isn't any place that my husband and I have driven that have got so much development going on as still in Madison, or as pretty as Madison. I mean, this is really, we haven't found another place that we would rather live in than here.
Heading deeper into Madison, you start to see the money. Many of the area's richest people live in lakeside neighborhoods like these. We're on the eastern edge of Madison. This is an entire development of $1 million homes. This one right here is the most expensive one recently listed. $2.2 million, 3-bed, 4-bath, 4,000 square feet, right on the water. It's a reservoir, it's not technically a lake, but it feels like it. Pretty idyllic. Everything outside, huge porches. This house right here has 3 different levels of balcony. Just a gorgeous place to live.
It's beyond safe. It's just, there's literally no crime.
So no crime. We were in Jackson this morning. We were in Jackson this
it's
morning.
It's all crime.
It's a very different story.
Well, this is white flight. That's what it is. I mean, you can call it what you want, but that's what it is. Because there's very few lives. Too bad, but that's the way every big city is, of any size.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not, it's the way it is. You know, they're from here. People on this side just moved in, they just built. They're from here. Mostly from here, I would say.
And probably a lot of people who would have.
The average household income is staggeringly high. I mean, I read this morning the latest number is 170 grand. BMWs were ho-hum, and the average income here is just as high as it was in North Scottsdale, which is why we picked here. You know, we wanted water, we wanted safe, we wanted a Christian society, we wanted a red state, and no crime. So we Googled all around, and this was it.
For your retirement?
I was a car dealer.
Car dealer.
In Seattle.
A lot of Amazon money, a lot of...
Well, I've been retired for 15 years.
You must have been a very successful car dealer. You're not that old.
Not really. Well, I'm 81 next month.
You're 81?
Next month.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So I would guess a lot of the people here are successful professionals and entrepreneurs in Jackson mainly?
You know, I think about the professionals in Jackson is probably just down to doctors now. I mean, there's really no. I mean, the businesses are leaving.
Yeah.
You know, the base for your consumers is not in Jackson. I mean, shit, they don't even have water. You know, we just got back from Costco, and every time you go to Costco, you see all these blacks loading their carts up with bottled water. It's terrible what's gone on there. It's just awful. You know, and then they have no one to blame but themselves because they keep electing criminals. You know, the mayor that just got voted out and the guy that's in charge of the city council and some other guy are all up on charges for stealing money from the city. You know,
Yeah.
it's just terrible what goes on. And property here is about half of what it is in Scottsdale, and about a third of what it is in Seattle, and LA, and San Francisco, and the rest of the West Coast. It's 95% of their profit last year.
This being Mississippi, unlike most of the highest income areas in the country, this area voted for Trump. So the county here, Madison County, was about 60-40 Trump versus Kamala in 2024. You don't see the pride flags, the Ukraine flags, the stuff that you see in other really wealthy neighborhoods around the country. Here it's definitely more Americana, Republican. We're currently on Andrew Jackson Street right now, for what it's worth. When we were at Ole Miss, we went down their sorority row, fraternity row, and we were looking at all these mansions, and I was thinking to myself, these are super expensive to join, they're super exclusive. In a place like Mississippi that's quite poor, where do all these people come from? And then you realize, being out here, these kids are coming from places like this. Really well-off families here in suburbs of the big cities. So even when you go to Jackson and you see how poor it is, and you realize there's probably no one who's actually in Jackson going to those places, from these suburbs, there's a huge supply of really prosperous people whose kids can go to universities like that and join those organizations. Plus all the people who come from out of state, places like New York and California, who we met when we were at Ole Miss. The contrast between Jackson and this area was astounding. There, nothing works and crime is rampant. Here felt like a perfect community.
There's in different towns.
Fantastic.
So we're in Oxford, the Delta, Jackson, now we're here. So, you know, this is the best place to live in Mississippi.
Yeah, it is.
So we've heard. So we're just looking to talk to you about what it's like around here.
Well, you come inside.
All right.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm sure I'm good leaving mine. Yeah.
Hey, Alex, our grand opening.
Grand opening?
Yeah.
Like ever?
Ever. Bar, cocktails, past hors d'oeuvres, all the things.
So the marina's been here.
Yeah,
But
the
you just
marina's
opened this
been
event
here.
space.
There's a restaurant down there. They put in a general store, and everything's just kind of started taking off.
We're here from New York. We shoot videos all over the country, and often whenever we're in a state, we'll try to go to the most prosperous area, the wealthiest area.
Sure.
And for Mississippi, that's this area. What would you say it's like around here for people who aren't familiar? What kind of work? How do people make their money?
A little bit of everything. There's, Nissan is in Canton up the road, so there's a lot of manufacturing. There, Clinton, which is about 30 minutes from here, there's a lot of manufacturing there as well. My husband's in manufacturing. A lot of real estate, restaurants. Tourism is big in Mississippi for music and.
So, and the community, how would you describe it? I mean, it seems like a pretty welcoming place. Just driving around talking to people.
Oh yeah, you're in Mississippi. It's a hospitality state. They've added, I think, 200 more rooftops in the neighborhood, which is almost double the size. I mean, there's just a lot of activity, and it's fabulous.
This morning we were in Jackson, the murder capital of America, and now we're out here. I gotta say, to imagine what it's like growing up on a street like this versus the street in Jackson, it's incomparable. I mean, in those places, there's nothing. I mean, you hear gunshots in the air while you're walking around. Out here, there probably hasn't been a gunshot ever heard. And I mean, just look at this. To compare the two, it's unbelievable. It's a tale of two totally different cities. Jackson, Madison, 10 miles apart. Now, you may have noticed a difference with other rich areas. In Mississippi, there are 0 Fortune 500 companies. No one industry or business drives the wealth. Instead, it's old school here. Wealthy people tend to be entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, or engineers. Many residents have decent paying jobs, but because Mississippi is so cheap, they can live in neighborhoods like these. Now we're in Reunion, which is the highest end development out here in Madison County.
I've lived here all my life.
From this area or somewhere else?
From the central Mississippi area. I was away in school for a couple of years, but other than that, I've been in the central Mississippi area. So this is home. This is it's where it's comfortable. It's a very family-oriented area. But the Reunion area is very nice. I think is a fairly affluent area. It's well to do. It's Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. There's more golf carts on the road than there is cars. It's just people love being here, love riding around. visiting with neighbors. It's just a very family-oriented area.
Yeah, it seems kind of like the place that everyone would want to live.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's we haven't always lived here. We moved in our house about 5 years ago. We built it during COVID.
Oh, really?
But it's kind of a destination home for us. You know, we've lived in the Madison area, but we're fairly new to the Reunion area.
So what do most people around here, do they work in Jackson, or what do they do?
Yeah, for the most part, the Jackson area.
Is there anything that's not great about living here?
No, it's really not. It's a great place to be. Very friendly. It's a family-oriented area. I feel like it's a place where, you know, I'm a person of faith. I have a strong faith in Jesus Christ, and I feel like here it's very open to that. It's open to inviting people to church and sharing your faith and sharing your story with them. My wife is going through cancer right now, and I feel like the community and our neighborhood has really reached out to her and really walked with her through that. Several people have brought us meals and things like that. So it's a very friendly area that, you know, I just enjoy living here. I can't imagine going anywhere else. But, you know, I feel like there's far more that connect us that we have in common than divides us. You know, I think that's a different era. I think we're a very open community. That we're very tolerant of a lot of things, but we have a conservative mindset.
Madison may not have the billionaires of the other richest city we visited, but it's undeniably a success story. A place anchored not in extreme wealth, but good governance and friendly people. The city has repeatedly been ranked the best place to live in Mississippi, and on our visit, it was easy to see why. At Roca, our mission is to capture the world without bias or fear. We are changing how people engage with the news. Rather than approach it the way legacy media does, which profits off of clickbait, partisan headlines, and fear-mongering tactics, Roca aims to bring the temperature down. We just give the facts. We provide our readers with the information they need to draw their own conclusions. Thank you all for saying what you do and supporting us. Your support means everything to us at Roca. It allows us to keep doing what we love, building a nonpartisan news platform that informs people rather than divides them. In 2026, it's not easy to build a business around this, and you all make it possible. So thank you all for being a part of Roca News.